The purpose of the United States Constitution is to limit the power of the federal government, not the American people. Ain't that the truth? Ain't that the truth? And also on the side note, this is what Kamala Harris and Joe Biden think of us as patriots. That trash can, that garbage can right there. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is what we're going to talk about today. What's up, guys? It is Wednesday, October 30th, 2024. We're at the Bitcoin block height of 868,181. TikTok next block. Listen, man. Let me say this before we go. I'm not offended one bit by what Joe Dark MAGA Biden said when the mainstream media is playing mental jujitsu, lying to people. I'll talk about that in a minute. I'm not offended by that at all. I already knew the people on that side, what they think about us. And who's us? America First people, MAGA, Patriots, Republican, anybody that disagrees with their regime. Anybody that doesn't vote for Kamala Harris. They think we're garbage, they think we're trash. And they've already been telling us that we're racist, we're Uncle Toms, we're Nazi sympathizers, we're fascists and everything else. So are you surprised he said that? Of course not. Of course not. And I'm going to tell you, man, we're witnessing something special here. Something special. Donald Trump, this guy, him and his team, whoever's telling him to do it, he's just an amazing marketer, man. I mean, look at the four big things that happened in this election cycle, right? What was the first thing? First thing was, and he used all the bad stuff that happened to him against him, right? So first thing is they tried to jail him, put him in court, courts all day. And what did he do? He went out there and he was campaigning in New York City when they had him stuck there. And then they used the mugshot. That was iconic, man. That was an iconic mugshot. And then, of course, after he got shot, he raised his fist up. That was dope for the, the fight thing in that picture with the American flag behind it. That was just incredible, man. Incredible. Then you got him in the McDonald's uniform, working at McDonald's. And now, today, October 30th, he just jumped right on Joe Biden's, not gaffe, because Joe Biden, that wasn't a gaffe. He did that on purpose. Absolutely did it on purpose. He put a garbage suit on, or, working man's garbage sanitation, vest on or whatever, and jumped into a garbage truck. This man is so freaking smart. So freaking smart. I'm loving it. We're witnessing history, man. We're witnessing the greatest collapse of a campaign that I've ever seen. And it is the worst campaign. It's the worst ticket ever. I mean, look how much they're campaigning. I mean, look at how bad they're campaigning, right? Just terrible. And how she got in, didn't get one vote. Didn't get a vote in the primary in 2019. Didn't have a primary in 2024 and pulled a coup on Joe Biden. And Joe Biden's pissed at it. And then you got Donald Trump on the other end of the spectrum. If you look from January 7th, 2021, the day after Groundhog Day, I call for Democrats, January 6th, 2021, nobody would ever thought he could be a president again, especially after the 2 impeachments, all the court cases, just constant, just everything they're throwing him, man. Throwing everything but the kitchen sink at him. I actually did throw the kitchen sink at him. You're witnessing the biggest uprisal of a campaign and the biggest sinking of one. And then you got Kamala Harris just dropping the bag every which way but loose, man. She didn't go to Joe Rogan, which was stupid. And as I'm recording this now, I believe J.D. Vance is getting interviewed right now by Joe Rogan. I think it was today. Donald Trump did it. Instead of going on Joe Rogan, she goes on Club Shay Shay. Why didn't Tim or Tampon Tim go on there? Again, he's supposed to be the mouthpiece. Terrible. Didn't pick Josh Shapiro as their representative. Their vice president. I mean, I could just sit here for 50 minutes going on and on how she's messed up the bag, right? But I want to talk for a minute about Dark MAGA Joe Biden. And why do I call him Dark MAGA? Well, you best believe he wants Donald Trump to win. Okay, he doesn't like Donald Trump, but Joe Biden is an old man, and he has nothing to lose. He's not going to be around too much longer. I don't think. Maybe he will. I don't know. But he's just not looking too good. And what they did to this man was terrible. And I'm not talking about just the coup. I'm talking about placing him in a position of being a president when he shouldn't have been there, right? I mean, they say he got 81. They say he got 81 million votes. I can't even say it without laughing, right? 81 million votes. And then everybody in the mainstream media for the last 5 years, since 2019, since he's been running, has told us that Joe Biden is perfectly fine. And if you look at his progression, now start from 2019 and look at him from how he looked in 2016. He looked way worse in 2019. Now look at him now versus 2019, how bad he's gotten. And it's a shame. It's elder abuse, what they did to this man. It really is. And his wife should be ashamed of himself, and everybody around him, including the mainstream media that lied on his behalf, should be ashamed of himself. And Kamala Harris still tells a lie that he's great and all this other stuff. This is crazy, man. This is crazy. And then, like I said, the coup they pulled on him basically made him leave, put him out there, first of all, on June 27th, 2024, during the debate. Just threw him out there to the wolves, man. This man practiced for over a week, at the Air Force Base or whatever, and came out and looked like that, And again, I don't like Joe Biden, of course. I don't like him as a person or whatever. But again, as a human being, I did feel bad for him that day. And you can go back and watch my video that day, June 27th, 2024, the debate. Watch what I said after that debate. I felt bad for him, man. I really did. Even though these people are enemies of the state, and I don't like them, I don't agree with them anything politically and what they've done to this country. He's still a father, a grandfather. I think he's a great-grandfather, I don't know. And what they did to this man is terrible. And then the coup they pulled on him and basically pulled a Godfather move on him. And what they tell him, they made an offer he couldn't refuse. And he got out and Kamala was in. Remember the Fighting for Democracy party? My goodness, man. And Dark MAGA Joe, who put on the Trump ad a few months ago, and it came out a couple weeks ago, or maybe a week ago, and said, we need to lock him up. We need to lock Donald Trump up. And then he said, politically lock him up. Again, what does that even mean? You know what I mean? And then he says, yesterday, and you can play the whole clip. You know what he said? He said, the only garbage I see is Trump supporters, or something to that effect. And now you got the mainstream media literally playing mental jujitsu on everybody. And again, we're not going to fall for it. The patriots and everybody, Republicans and conservatives and people with half a brain. But, again, I just talked about this yesterday. You got to be stupid as hell. You are dumber than Kamala Harris if you vote for Kamala Harris. Especially you see the overt bias and lies the media does. This is, in my opinion, my humble opinion, this is election interference, what the mainstream media is doing at this point. It really is. It's one thing to lean left or lean right, but you're just flat out lying for the Democratic Party now. Now, they've been doing this for years, but now they're just overtly doing it. They'd be just better off by saying, hey, he said it, and, and the reason he said it is because, and double down with the fascist thing and the Nazi thing, and because you've been saying that. So what are you lying about him not saying, or he didn't say that we were garbage or trash or whatever? This is election interference what these people are doing, and it's a shame. And real quick, I'm going to talk about Nikki Haley real quick. Nikki, the double agent, or Nikki, the fence rider Haley. I can't stand that woman. There's only one woman in politics that I dislike more than Hillary Clinton and Kamala Harris, and that's Nikki Haley. Nikki Haley is a snake in the grass. I can't stand that woman. She was on Fox News today playing both sides of the fence. Oh, yeah, I'm here for Trump anytime you want. And then she starts dissing him, saying that his movement is too bro-heavy or something like that. Basically, everybody knows that when she says something, CNN and MSDNC is gonna take her clip and run with it. And she's working for both sides. She's a double agent, guys, and she's evil. She's absolutely evil. And then I was watching, I was seeing the clip, because I go to Twitter and pull up a bunch of news, what's trending and stuff like that. And Anna Kasparian from the Young Turds, yeah, I said it, the Young Turds, she came out a couple weeks ago and said that she's not a Democrat anymore. And we all know that. She's having her political evolution. And her and Chunk Yogurt, that idiot, he's got Trump derangement syndrome. He's such an emotional, like, soy boy, man. He's such a bitch, I swear. And they were arguing. He was just saying a bunch of lies. And, of course, she's being more like, okay, well, I don't like Trump either, but you're lying right now. Like, this, calling him a fascist and a Nazi and all this stuff is not going to work. It's just not true. And then he just started going off, and they started arguing and stuff. I'm like, you will see in the next few months, Anna Kasparian, again, because she says she's not a Republican or a Democrat, she's going to be leaving the Young Turds. You best believe that. But now we got the mainstream media at their lowest, man. And I told you this months ago that the Trump derangement syndrome is going to be at a record high, man. And right now, Donald Trump is, I believe, is in Wisconsin. He's in Green Bay, Wisconsin, or something like that. And he's still got his vest on. And they're going to be dissing him about it. But the absolute hypocrisy of these people are so stupid. Everything that they're doing is backfiring against themselves. It just is the Democrats. First, they told us that the wall was bad. We don't need one. Now Kamala wants one. Then they said the border is not open. Now it is. You know, all these things that they say. I could sit there for another 20 minutes to talk about that. But the only reason this happened with the Democrats, with Joe Biden doing a gaffe, and again, I don't think he did a gaffe. I think he did this on purpose, because he doesn't give a shit. He doesn't want Kamala Harris to win. The only reason this happened is because the stupid-ass Democrats decided to double and triple and quadruple down on the pearl clutching and the lying madness they had about that joke that they weren't offended by. That was all acting. They weren't mad about that. And they didn't even put it in context. The guy didn't say Puerto Ricans are garbage. He was talking about literally there's garbage all around the island, just like they did a few weeks ago during the debate when he talks about the dogs and the cats. Maybe there weren't no dogs and cats being eaten, but there is 20,000 immigrants over there in a town of less than 60,000. That's true. But they kept talking about it, and guess what happened? People started Googling it. And now the same thing. People start Googling the Puerto Rico thing. People are so stupid, man. And instead of just leaving good enough alone, what do? They keep doubling down on it, because, like, we got to do something. We can't talk about policy. We got to run these people's name through the mud with Trump and this comedian, which he didn't say it, by the way. Trump didn't say it. The comedian did. Again, out of context. Biden, he lit the campaign on fire last night by saying the quiet part out loud. And now, because they kept doubling down on that, and he commented on it and said what he said, now it's coming back triple and quadruple what it did when they tried to do it to Trump. And these people, and all of a sudden now context matters to these people. Now it's apostrophe S and not plural S or whatever the fuck. Or, you know, like we're going back to English class now or something. These people think you're stupid, man. And people that fall for it, all you got to do is this, man. This is all you got to do. You want to know who's stupid? Anybody that's got a Harris sign or defends this shit is going to vote for it. These people are stupid. I'm sorry. If you listen, you're dumb if you fall for it. Sorry. You just are. And it's crazy, man. It's crazy that the mainstream media can do it, and it works. It works for a lot of people, but people are slowly but surely waking up. And when I call people stupid, when I say this, I was stupid. Meaning, you're naive. You don't know any better. I didn't know the mainstream media was lying to me in 2014 and 2015. I didn't know it until Trump said that it was the fake news. And when he come out and say, I was like, what is he talking about, fake news? Then when I started really listening, because I didn't watch the news anyways, but then when I started really understanding and listening to it, I was like, wow. Because my dad had Trump derangement syndrome. My dad's the smartest guy in the world, but he was dumb. God rest his soul when it came to Trump in politics. He said Rachel Maddow was the smartest woman on TV. Again, the man was brilliant, but he was dumb when it came to that. Come to that, he was ignorant. Then when 2020 happened and the scamdemic happened, then I started really waking up. I was like, wait a minute. When you live in the real world and these people are telling you one thing, but the world and your experience is telling you another, it's like, wait a minute. Like, these polls are telling me that they're tied. Kamala Harris and Trump are tied. I'm like, I don't think so. I don't think so at all. I don't even think it's close to that. You know, when I'm looking and I see people loving Trump and having his stuff on, and I'm seeing lawns and yards and, you know, people, you know, liking my shirts and stuff like that. I don't see any of that stuff they're talking about in real life. It's the same thing when the scamdemic was going on. They was telling us it was a pandemic, and one of those are people are dying all over the streets and stuff. And I didn't see that. I saw some people, you know, being sick and stuff. I didn't see all the stuff was going on. I gotta be careful. Gotta be careful what I say. You know, I wasn't experiencing any of that, and I couldn't believe what I was falling for. I was in New York State that time when that was going on. That's why I left, man. I was like, these people are brainwashed. These people are stupid. And again, that's why I say people are stupid if you vote for Kamala Harris. Not because if you vote for Democrats, you're dumb and Trump's the man and you're stupid if you don't vote for him. I'm talking about that. But these people are flat out lying to you. And if you don't see that they're lying to you, then you're stupid. Either you're ignorant and don't understand, or you're just flat out stupid. Period. That's the way it is. So this election, in my opinion, if there's no shenanigans happening, because again, if you believe someone got 81, you know how many votes in 2020. I have a bridge to say, ladies and gentlemen. If you believe that, again, we got to make this thing too big to you know what. And we got to make sure we win this thing in a landslide, man, and a record. I'm talking about, who was it? Ronald Reagan type landslide in 1980, what he did to Carter. So let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. And again, guys, listen, inflation's bad. It's terrible. Trump, I believe he can help it with the energy situation, bringing those prices down, drilling, bringing our jobs back here, bringing our manufacturers back here. I think he can help a little bit. But the main thing I want Trump here in for, because he's got a lot of people that are surrounding him that are loving my favorite money. And I ain't talking about the US dollar. I'm talking about the hardest money in the world. And I believe it's the only thing that can stop inflation and reverse it to deflation. And not only that, it's the only thing that can pay off our national debt. And yeah, I said it, really pay off our national debt. It's the only thing. And they have to put it as a treasury, as a reserve in the treasury. They have to. And if they do that, we're going to be all good. And I'm pretty sure, if you guys have been watching my channel, you guys already know what it is. It's the best way to save. And for me, the only way to save. And that's Bitcoin. I love each and every one of you, and I'll talk to you soon. Peace and love, guys.